Welcome to this look at the next mod map that I missed on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, this is number 4 in the Maps I Missed series. I'm on Green Gold Farm. This is by naimog mod and Dilsão gamer. 298.48 megabytes download. No required mods to be downloaded compared to the first 3 I've done already. Yeah, because this is number 4, I must have done 3. This is fairly straightforward, quite normal and ordinary. Not tons and tons of different productions or any extra stuff. We do have one extra crop. We've got black bean, which has been added in. Black bean can be put in the ground with either seeders or planters, and it can be harvested using a regular header. Nice and straightforward on the crop front. Contracts are available on this map. There are 10 collectibles. I haven't found one yet, but there are 10 collectibles. Again, if you haven't seen the first 3 of these videos, this is off the back of a few people messaging me, asking me questions about maps, and also then asking me, did I do map tours on them, because they were searching for the map tours, because the things they were stuck on, they were trying to find on my map tour, and couldn't find them. So, I then went away and realised that of the however many hundred maps there are, and there are a few hundred maps out, there are about, I think it's 8 in total now, that I had missed. I hadn't done. Some have had updates, some haven't. So I thought I'm going to go through and I'm going to clear them all up. If just to help out. If anyone watches them and they find them useful, that's absolutely fantastic. Saying that, this map looks like this. This is a Brazilian map. It's inspired by a real farm located in the southern region of Brazil, in Paranha, in the metropolitan region of Londrina, I think it says, as far as I can tell. So, talked about those. Oh yeah. So the map looks like this. On New Farmer, we start with the bottom corner here. To purchase that is 709,000. So on Farm Management Start from scratch, you would need to purchase it. We'll get down to the farm later. We'll talk about slot count. It's more relevant when you're down with all the vehicles and machinery. Field prices, they're not too bad. You know, for the size fields they are, they're about what you would expect. Not stupidly high, not stupidly low. You know, when I say stupidly, you know what I mean. You've got an average. Some maps you get and the fields are ridiculously cheap, and in other maps they seem to be ridiculously high. These are pretty standard across the board, which is nice. There's no periphery or verges, and there are certain areas that have got sell points and things on which are not purchasable, so you can't add sell points or anything like that. We do have at the top of the map here 3 placeable points. We'll go past in a little while, which are just small little plots. You can either have a, if you want to go with that's where you start, or you want to add them in, or multiplayer homes, or whatever you want to do. Again, that is entirely up to you. So, oh yeah, build mode. Under build mode, because there are no required mods, all these have been put in by the map makers. So under sheds, we've got a couple of sheds. Under silos, we have got a rather large 1.3 million litre multi-fruit silo. Then if we go to, I think it's farmhouses, we've got a farmhouse. And then, I think it was fences. No, factories next. Going in the wrong order. Factories. We do have a bakery and a dairy. As far as I could tell by checking both of those, they're fairly standard. They've just been modded for this map to look a little bit different, but they're standard productions as far as bakery and dairy go. We do have a sell point there, supermarket, again a modded one. Doesn't cost anything to place it, so you could place more around the map if you wanted to. Under animals, the only thing that's curious actually, I might have missed something. Is a horse barn large? But if I go to the map, have I missed a farm somewhere? We've got cows on the map. I found those, but I haven't found... Why would there be a horse barn modded, but then not a farm with a horse barn on it? How curious! That's an interesting one. Anyway, back to build mode. That's strange. And then we've got under... Oh, there was one thing under fencing. Then we had under landscaping, we've got some additional trees out here. And then the plants, we've got some additional plants. So that's pretty much it added in. There's no coffee or anything like that. The other thing I'm going to say, we do start here. I'll go back to the map. So we are here. This is where we start. And this is another curiosity. I find this a lot on maps. The start farm is down here. And the start farm does have a pickup. But we start at the vehicle shop without the pickup. It may make more sense of it here, wouldn't it? Because what I did on my map tour to prep for it, I leased a pickup, went all the way around, got to the farm, realised there was a pickup already there. So what I'm going to do, just to prove the point, this is the vehicle shop and workshop. This is also the reset point on the map. So if I go down to here, I'll show you where it was. It's sitting in the little side porch. If we reset that now and go back, the main vehicle shop is the reset point as well. And our pickup should be just over there. So vehicle shop, trigger is just in there. You can always do it from your main menu if you want to. You don't have to go into there. And then your workshop trigger is there. Across the road, we've got an oil mill. Again, standard. All the productions that are on here are standard productions. Nothing over and above normal. And I think the other thing to point out as well, I think the vehicles and machinery we start with are all in need of some repair. And some, as you can see, it's fairly low on fuel, doesn't need repair. All the vehicles are the same. But that's good. I like that. It gives a sort of feeling of you know, it has been worked and has been used, and you may be coming into, whether you're coming to help the farm, whatever you're doing. So, if we just go past the oil mill, we're going to come back this way in a moment, just for the route I want to take. If we come into here, this is Pioneer Agribusiness. This is a sell point. As you find a lot of Brazilian maps, very, very large facilities designed for handling large crops, sugarcane crops, and you know, big open countryside, but big cooperatives and you know, sugarcane plants and those kind of things. So from there, back past oil mill, come down to the first, well, roundabout. And a reason why I'm doing this, people might say, well, why, if these maps have been out absolutely ages, why are you bothering? I had someone message me the other day. We've got cereal factory again, standard production just there, and then the modded dairy building is on the corner, but again, it is a standard dairy with standard productions just in there. Yeah, someone messaged me after I did the Black River video, and that came off the back of someone asking me how something worked on there. And when I went and checked, I thought, I haven't done a map tour on it. And these, I don't know how I've missed any of these maps. It could be because I've been on holiday, it could be, I don't know, 101 reasons why, I don't know. And then someone messaged and said, after watching your map tour, I'm going to download it and play it. And then someone else said, I didn't even know the map was out because you didn't do a map tour on it. It's interesting, isn't it, that people don't tend to scour through the mod hub. They will rely on mod reviews or map tours to know what has been brought out, what is new out. Do I need that turning? No, I think we're further up. So yeah, so that's why I'm doing it, because it might bring it to someone's attention. It might be you're new to the game, you might not have seen the mod review on it. It's where I need to turn down here. I'm not going to drive all the way into this, but just to say, again, because I've done maps, I'm playing on a map and done map tours on maps by Zero Ito and people like that, and the mines and things like that on those maps are packed with all sorts of productions and stuff like that. This is fairly standard. It is a mine. Down in the bottom there, we've got a debris crusher and we've got a lime station. There's not tons and tons of stone that can be collected or anything like that, but that is in the bottom of there, debris crusher and lime station, should you want it. So we do have a mine here. And if you've watched all of the, these videos in this little mini series of maps I missed, I'm only repeating myself because you might have jumped in here on this one and not seen the others. But if you have seen them all, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching them all. It certainly helps. I don't see this very often. I don't do it very often. I don't do that YouTuber thing, but if you want to hit that like button, it really does help. Hitting the like button, watching the video through to the end also helps with algorithms and things like that. YouTube's doing funny things at the moment, very strange things. Revenues are plummeting, and so likes, watching to the end, it really helps out. So that'd be wonderful. Across the top of the map, We go past those placeables points I was talking about. So we've got a sort of grassed area just there, and then we've got sort of garden, and then there's more of a sort of flat, open placeables area, which we're going to come past just here. They're not expensive. There you go, one there, and one a little bit further along. So those are the placeables areas. We carry on a bit further along, we are going to come to the bakery and the supermarket. Again, another large sort of area. Those speed bumps, you do not want to hit them at speed. They absolutely fling the back of the pickup miles. So dairy, again, fairly standard, but it's just modded, that's all. And then supermarket sell point just up here, which we already saw in the build mode. 0 to place. So if you want to put more of them, actually I don't know. I'm going to double check this. I don't know whether it will let you, because it's not on land you own. No. I was wondering whether or not you could change the name of it. If you place any of your own ones, you probably can. So you can Supermarket 2, Supermarket 3, depends how inventive you are with the naming of things. Out and back onto the road, and we're going to swing round from the top, and we're going to head down the eastern side of the map. I do like the fact that every now and again you get like just a car parked up by the side of the road. Sometimes just parked in the bushes. It's very random. So as we sweep round and come down the eastern side, we do have a fuel station. There is a workshop at this fuel station as well. If we just nip off the road here, quite a large open area. Fuel station just there, and then workshop trigger just in there. Then we'll do a long drag down, bringing us in from the eastern side of the map in towards the middle. It does have a nice feel to it. Nice colour palette, not overly colourful, but not too drab either. It's got a good balance to it. The shadows in places, the shading may be a little bit dark, not horrendous, but it's a nice mixture of trees and stuff as well. So it does have a nice immersive feel to it. It doesn't feel too contrived, because you know often you'll find maps if it's all one tree type, it can seem a bit sterile. I like it when you've got a nice mixture of stuff. So coming into here, this is the sawmill. This is a standard sawmill. Again, nothing over and above. Over and above, just a standard sawmill. Nicely put together. Now I'm going to take a slight detour off the road. I could have done it earlier when we came from the vehicle store, but it made more sense to it here. It was closer to this road than it was to there. You'll see what I mean in a moment. I haven't really shown you the map yet. But if we come off of this main road, up here, just off to our right, over there, it's cotton and wool trade. Now it's not a spinnery, it is just a sell point. But there's plenty of room on the map, plenty of areas you can put placeables in once you've bought the land. That again is entirely up to you. It's not packed with productions. There's enough. So there's a sell point there. Cotton and wool trade. Come back out from here. Actually, it's probably a good time to go back to the map. We started here. Oil mill, went across the road there to the Pioneer Agribusiness. Then we came back along the road and went past the cereal factory and dairy. Then we went up this way. Cut out there towards the mine with the debris crusher and lime station. Came across the top past the placeables. These points along here, where we came to the dairy and the supermarket, round past the fuel station with the workshop trigger, swung back in past the sawmill. We've now come out here and we are just here. So what I'm going to do now, I was going to come back out down the road, but I think we can go across and then cut down this way, which will bring us down towards the main farm, rather than going back onto the main road. For the time being, let's head out this way. Bit of a drive across, and then we're going to head south again. It's got a nice sweep to the landscape as well. So just here, I think it's just here, there we go. Turn in here, follow this all the way down, and this will take us to the farm. Light something a little bit dark in there, isn't it? There's me just saying the shading and shadows aren't too dark. Not horrendous, but I've certainly seen worse. So, as we come out into the main farm area, the pickup was originally parked just under that shelter there, and obviously we reset it. Wardrobe trigger just around the side there, sleep trigger just there. We can't go into the building. And then if we come a little bit further around, we've got a water point, a little pond here. And then we've got the large silo, the 1.3 million litre multi-crop silo. Putting into the silo, whoa, is done here. And taking out of the silo is done to this side here. We have got John Deere harvester and header. And then across this way, I think we've got some more equipment machinery in here. Then we've got another John Deere tractor. Oh, that must be further over. Or it might have been on a different map. But again, I like the fact that stuff's dirty, that it needs repair, it needs a bit of work. It just gives that feeling it's been used. Sprayed out, fertiliser and lime spreader. Oh, there we go. John Deere's over here. Got John Deere over here with a trailer and cultivator. Then if we grab the pickup and carry a bit further around, we do have a cow pasture. Now, slot count. On new farm it's 887, not too bad at all. On farm manager and start from scratch that comes down to 771. Difference being you don't have any, you don't have most of the equipment and machinery. You do have this pickup. That's the only thing you'll have, just the pickup, and it is here at this farm. All the buildings and stuff are all still here. So 771, none of the rest of the equipment and machinery. All the buildings are here, but what is interesting is we have got a cow barn, cow pasture out here. And on farm management start from scratch, the cows are still here. The cow barn is there and the cows are still there. Now, even though they are there, when you come on here, like I say, all the vehicles and machinery got apart from the pickup, but what you can do, if you want to, you can remove all the buildings. These can all go if you want to. So if you want to try and get the stock count down, you can. If you get rid of the cows, remove them, you can remove this as well. I got the slot count down from 771 to 726, so that's the lowest I got. You might be able to get lower. You can remove the fencing as well around the cow pasture if you want to. I can't remember if I took a picture of it. I don't know if I did. If I did, it'll come up now. If I didn't, we'll just carry on. So, I honestly can't remember. It's been one of those days. So, if we come along here, and we come to our cow pasture. Dialogue box is just here to the side, so loading and unloading. You've got this, got the cattle grids there. 15 out of 92 on all three game modes. They'll be there. I don't think I've ever seen a wooden cattle grid. I've never seen metal ones in the UK. I'm not saying they don't exist. I've just never seen one. Rustic, water trough, milk point. Then we've got troughs up in the field as well. I think that might be the. Is that water one as well? Just curious, where's the... Unless that's food. That's food, what am I talking about? That's food, that's water. It's got the water droplet. So carry on through this field and out the other side. And then take a right turn here. I've gone the wrong way. I think I might have done. Hoping it's in the right turn here. There we go. I've gone the right way. We come up across the back of the livestock market. Livestock market, and there's a bale sell point. What's interesting about this as well, it's just wild animals wandering, like wild horses. Very rolling stones. But you'll see when we turn in here. Look, they're just gallivanting. I think that's the phrase, isn't it? Just gallivanting around. So, animal dealer just there, and then sell point there. And we have got animals in the pens. I do like it when you've got maps where you've got animals in the pens. It adds that little bit of extra realism to it. But yeah, they're not fussed, are they? A little bit like the New Forest ponies, I guess. Just click on that a second. Ah, it's because we haven't got any other cow. We haven't got any other pens, have we? And that's what I was saying earlier. It's interesting that we've got a modded horse stable, but there isn't one on the map. Curious. Anyway, animal dealer. I'm going to go west again. Drive just if there is, I apologise if I've missed it. I looked at all the plots, I couldn't see another farm anywhere, but so just I'll make sure I take the right turning. Just turn down here, follow this along. Left there? Oh, I think it's the next one, isn't it? Yep, just here. This brings us down to, in case you hadn't guessed it from around the side, it's the sugarcane plant. Sugarcane plant is the sell point, and then we do also have here a slurry purchase point, so you can come and buy slurry here. So there's the sugarcane plant sell point. And then round the side here we have a slurry purchase point, and that's all the stuff, all the spill, all the bits that's left over after the process. You can come and buy it from here if you want. Back out the sugarcane plant and up the road. Say road, track. Whoa. Next to us on our left, if I take that bit there and then turn directly left again, this is the cooperative sell point. So there's a double sell point here. We get these a lot in the Brazilian maps. So we've got the sell point, and then you've got the sell point with lift, which tips up. We've got the lights on, as you can see. Very nice indeed. That's the cooperative sell point. And then finally, get back on the road. Turn this back off again. We've got another fuel station. This fuel station doesn't have a workshop, or at least I couldn't see a workshop trigger anywhere. This is an interesting one as well. Right next door, we've got this little house here with chickens in the garden. That's on the land that is... Did I mention the periphery? I think I did, didn't I? I don't know if I did. I said about fuel prices being pretty average. Oh no, it doesn't have a periphery, does it? No, this one doesn't have a periphery. But it's on this strip here and this bit here that you can't buy. You can buy that bit there, but you can't buy it. So there's a little house there with chickens in the yard, chickens at the front. Just, again, adds a little bit of something, doesn't it? Following up here. Another abandoned vehicle. We have another gas station. Fuel station, just there. And then if we carry on up to the roundabout and turn a right, we'll take us back to the vehicle shop where we started. And that's the map. That's Green Gold Farm by naimog mod and Dilsão Gamer. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.